Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast Cultural Vibes. Today we're talking about one of the most beloved traditions in Spain, Los Reyes Magos, or the Three Kings. I'm Tatai, and here with me are Pablo, Miguel, and Mario.
Everyone, this is going to be super fun to talk about. The Three Kings are a huge part of Spanish culture.
Yeah, it's not just a story, it's a whole celebration here in Spain.
Totally. We will cover everything from the history to the parodies, the food, and even some other changes. Let's get started.
So, who are the Three Kings? Pablo, do you want to explain?
Of course, the Three Kings or Reyes Magos are Melchor, Gaspar, y Balthazar. They are the wise men who followed a star to bring gifts to baby Jesus. In Spain, they are even more important than Santa Claus.
Exactly. On the night of January 5th, they visit homes to give presents for children. They're like magical visitors who travel the world.
What makes this tradition unique is the Cabalgata de Reyes. Mario, can you explain what it is?
Of course, the Cabalgata is a big parade on January 5th, where the three kings ride through the streets on floats, throwing candies to the crowd. It's colorful, fun, and magical for kids and adults alike.
Yes, and every town has its own version of the parade. Some even use camels, like the real kings.
And we can't forget about the food. There's the Roscón de Reyes, a round cake with a hole in it, decorated with fruit. Tatai, do you like it?
I love it. It's delicious and comes with surprise inside. A small figurine of a king and bean. If you find a king, you wear a crown. If you get the bean, you pay for the cake.
It's always fun to see who gets what. It's a sweet way to celebrate.
Another important tradition is writing letters to the Three Kings. Mario, do you still remember writing your letters when you were a kid?
Of course, every child in Spain writes a letter to the kings, telling them how they have behaved during the year and what gifts they would like. It's like writing to Santa Claus in other countries.
And don't forget, kids often leave out food and drinks for the kings and their camels, like milk, biscuits, or even water for their camels.
Right, it's a way of showing gratitude and welcoming them into your home. It's such a magical part of childhood.
Did you know that the celebration of the Three Kings or Reyes Magos varies across Spain? Miguel, tell us about some regional differences.
Absolutely. For example, in Alcoy, in Alicante, they have the Cabalgata de los Reyes Magos, which is considered the oldest in Spain. It's super elaborate and includes black cloth, helpers called Els Negres, who climb ladders to deliver gifts.
That's amazing. And in the Canary Islands, the kings sometimes arrive by helicopter or even boat because of the geography.
Yeah, and in some rural areas, people reenact the story of the Three Kings as a live performance. It's so deeply rooted, this tradition is in Spanish culture.
Another thing I love is how involved children are in the celebration. Pablo, what do you think about their role?
It's so important. Kids aren't just passive observers. They actively participate by writing letters, dressing up for school plays, or even helping to decorate for the parades.
Yes, and the excitement they feel when they see the kings during the cabalgata is contagious. It's a night full of wonder for them, and for adults too.
While it's a fun celebration, let's not forget the religious roots of the Three Kings, Miguel. Can you explain?
Sure, the Three Kings are part of the biblical story of the Nativity. They followed the Star of Bethlehem to bring gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh to baby Jesus.
Right, and this tradition reminds people of the importance of generosity and 5 many families go to church on January 6th to celebrate Epiphany, the day when the kings visited Jesus. Over the years, The celebration of the Three Kings has evolved. Pablo, what's one modern change you've noticed?
I'd say the influence of Santa Claus. In some families, kids now get gifts on both Christmas and January 6th.
That's true, but I think it adds to the fun. Kids get to enjoy the best of both traditions.
And with social media, the cabalgata has become even bigger. People share videos and sometimes the kings even post messages online to interact with kids.
It's amazing how the tradition keeps adapting while staying true to its roots. That's all for today. Thanks for listening to our podcast about the Three Kings. We hope you've learned something new and enjoyed discovering this magical part of Spanish culture.
And don't forget to eat your roscon this January.
Or watch the cabalgata with your family.
And remember, the Three Kings are about more than just presents. They are about tradition and joy.